What have I got?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran and welcome to another Fallout topic video. Today we're not actually going to be speculating about what we're going to be seeing at this year's Bethesda's E3 showcase or make another Starfield rumour video like every other prick is doing at the moment, but instead we're actually going to be talking about what we should expect from a possible Fallout spin-off, or basically what I want from a Fallout spin-off. It's kind of a mixture, it's like a mixture of both here. Remember, this game isn't even confirmed, so none of this is actually what this game's going to be like. This is just all what I base off the older games in just, you know, based off logic. Yeah, so, yeah. By the way, if you're one of those YouTubers and you're watching this and you make a lot of Starfield rumour videos, then I have no quarrels against you. It's just... Right, I don't want to make a rant video, but I'm just going to dedicate these 2 little seconds to it. I am fucking sick and tired of getting notifications from these YouTubers that literally have clickbaity as fuck titles, and they always appear on my feed, on my phone. I've only watched one of those videos, but I get notifications every time these videos come out. And I don't even get notifications from like subscribers, like channels I'm subscribed to, or even channels I put the bell on. I don't get notifications from them at all. So what the fuck's the point? Anyway, back to the video, let's get into it boys, let's go. The game will look and feel like Fallout 4, but with features from New Vegas and 3, considering the criticism by fans of the series. After going back and playing New Vegas and 3, I see how 4 is just not up to par in terms of like a role-playing experience. I see the dialogue system of 4 getting completely removed in favour of the old Fallout 3 dialogue. This also means removing the voice protagonists, which, don't get me wrong, the voice actors for 4 did a great job, but it did take away from the experience for me. It didn't let me get fully immersed like I did in 3 in New Vegas. I remember Todd Howard saying that the added voice protagonist enhanced the story, but it didn't really enhance it. The story itself was just shit. I didn't really like Fallout 4's story, I don't really remember it that much. It's like, what, you have to go find your kid and it turns out he's an old man. And then from there it's just, who do you want to take over the Commonwealth? It's like a mixture between 3 and New Vegas storylines, but it just didn't work out at all. So many of you probably hate this, but I actually think that we will see the return of the settlement building. I know a lot of you didn't care for it, but I fucking loved this system, and I think it really immersed me in 4. Like, I spent hours building up my settlement and all that in Sanctuary. I spent hours going across a wasteland and like building up all my different settlements, having different styles for each settlement. But yeah, I get why not many people liked it, especially how it was kind of forced upon you if you did the Minutemen quest line. So that kind of sucked, especially how Todd Howard said, oh yeah, it is completely optional, and in that sense it kind of is in 4, it like technically is, because it is optional to side with the Minutemen, but then if you side with the Minutemen, you have to do the settlement things, and it's just boring. It's just, yeah. I mean, it's boring that you have to, like, if you're not into settlement building, then that questline is going to be extremely boring for you, because all you have to do is go to these different locations, clear out this place, set down a marker, boom, there you are. So, but I can see that in the spin-off, the system taking a much more backseat to the game. It will still exist, but not in the way 4 presented it. Building should be completely optional and not mandatory for any quest lines, so that means if there is a Minutemen-like faction in this spin-off, like, settlements should not be a complete mandatory thing. You shouldn't have to do them in these quest lines. There should only maybe be like 3 settlements for building in the spin-off across the wasteland, and not hundreds scattered across the map like in 4. Because in 4, like, there is a lot of variety in terms of where you should build your locations, but then most of the places were just shit and just kind of there. Like, not many people use them. The only reason why I want it to return is because I loved making my own town. I loved doing that sort of stuff. That, and it was really, really good for machinima making, because you can create your own sets and stuff like that a lot easier in this game instead of like New Vegas. I want many of the RPG features from New Vegas to make a return as well. I like the reputation system of New Vegas, with the player having the ability to affect how an entire faction thinks of them. I know in 4 you kind of have that, but it's just kind of shit because nothing really happens. It's like, oh, you don't side with the Brotherhood? Well, the Brotherhood will kill you. cool. If the reputation with a faction increases, the player can receive quests easier, discounts from the faction shops, and even receive gifts from the faction members themselves. What I mean by get quests easier is that if you have a lower reputation with the faction, then you might have to jump around a few loops. It's like, for example, like you walk up to someone and you need their help for a quest and they're like, oh wait, how can I trust you? You have to go and do these certain things for me to trust you. Or if you already have your reputation high with them, then you can just walk up to them and be like, hey, can you help me? And they're like, yeah, sure, you're that fucking guy. You're that lad. However, if the player decides to start fucking with this faction, they can refuse to help the player with quests. That means if you, in this quest, if it's like mandatory to need this faction, then it just won't happen. The quest will be cancelled probably. The faction will attack them on sight, or even just send thugs after the player. Like in New Vegas, when you're walking around the wasteland, you could have legionaries like ambush you. You could have the NCR. I love the NCR actually, because the NCR, if you had the reputation low with them, they sent these group of rangers after you, and they would warn you throughout the coming days. It's like, oh yeah, you better like improve your reputation with the NCR, or else we will kill you. And they would come back every so often until like the final fight happens. Well, not final fight, they do come back, but yeah. Faction reputation also changes based on who the player sides or helps. So that means if you, let's put this back in New Vegas terms. So if you go and do a bunch of quests for the Legion, then NCR would be like, fuck this guy, I hate this guy, let's just not do deals with them. Let's not do quests with him. And the same goes with NCR as well. Another feature I would love to return is gambling. I am not a gambling addict, I just want to make that clear. Gambling was a big part of New Vegas because, you know, it was Vegas, so why not? But I was surprised to see that 4 didn't even have any of these minigames. You can get blackjack and that through mods, but it would have been so much better if this was just actually a part of the final game. Gambling minigames weren't just a great way to earn some caps, but they were actually a fun way to like kill time or just play. Caravan, however, I didn't play much of that. I didn't really understand it when I was younger. But blackjack, roulette, and slot machines were amazing. They were great. The return of casinos, or just a casino, is a must, because it adds so many possibilities. Imagine a questline that lets you plan and perform a heist on a casino. It would be amazing, and asking for the return of casinos isn't that much, is it? Like, just add one in like one town somewhere. It's not that much. Like Moon. I really want alternate ways to earn caps in the wasteland as well. Like taking up small jobs like in Fable 2. But instead of smithing, you could craft weapons and modify them for customers. Or even just work as like a bartender and have to learn how to like make certain drinks. This would enhance the role-playing aspect, and as well as adding a good source of caps apart from the standard side quests. In terms of locations, I would love to explore a slightly non-popular part of the US. Like, don't get me wrong, it is really cool to explore locations like Boston, DC, Vegas, California. But for me, I think the Fallout spin-off could definitely benefit from basing its game in a more unknown region of the US wasteland. Maybe in a region that wasn't completely decimated by nukes, and life is actually thriving there. A place where society has evolved and towns are much more stable than places like Diamond City and Megaton. I know it's already being made as a mod, but a Fallout game in the Pacific Northwest would be great. I can imagine playing a quest which involves you hunting down Bigfoot that then like Bigfoot turns out to be like a super mutant in a gorilla costume or something like that. That'd be amazing. That'd be so funny. Actually, that reminds me of like the GTA 5 like Easter egg things. Oh yeah, by the way, the mod I was talking about there was Fallout Cascadia, which is a overall mod for 4. So if you haven't seen that, I think they actually released just a teaser, so you can go check that out. I might do a video on it at some point, but we'll see. Yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. What are you expecting from a Fallout spin-off? Keep in mind that I'm not thinking of the next BGS Fallout game by Todd Howard, because they would probably just lean more towards Fallout 4 instead of New Vegas. But yeah, that is me for today. Let me know what your ideas for the next Fallout game are in the comments below, and if you like this video, like and comment down below as well. Next video should be a survival horror video. I have a funny one planned as well. I have a good wee playthrough. I also have a couple of Fallout videos also in mind, so please check that out as well. Anyway, thanks again lads, and see you next time. Bye bye.